Baltimore, Maryland. Today, a good battle in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oates, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on the team.
Oh, we're ready.
Third and long for Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through three. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ravens bring their punt team out. Important punt here in this tie game late. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. This is caught, and he's not going to get there. Big roll of the dice, trying the fake, but he's stopped short of first down, and it's a turnover on down.
So it's obvious during the course of the week in practice, studying the film, they thought there was an advantage they could take with their punt unit coming on the field and picking up a fourth down fake. But the execution just wasn't there. So again,
you ain't never been a skate town. On a national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, but we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet couch. Patriots win perfection. Yes or no, Tom Brady? Yeah, they do. Got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey, well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. May will throw to get us started here. Ryan coming out throwing, but a defender there to stop it. It's going to be 2nd down as they knock it away.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Where was that?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He finds Diggs, right side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw for May. Connecting on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back to the line they come. Second down. From the gun, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. For the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Not an enviable spot as they come up, third and long. Third and long for him here. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge the defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack him. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Going to the ground again on first. Has another lane. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, gotta imagine he's going to be headed to the kicking net after that one, right, partner? Work on how he's striking that football. That was a considerable miscue right there. So first down from the 41. May looking to throw. Here to Williams. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down, Patriots.
I should probably shot ahead, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, May. Has him on the quick hitter. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
On the Seahawks 31-yard line.
This is Henderson on second down. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a Patriot first down.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. First down, and they go right back to it. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's May. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during the game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
A 40-yard attempt.
Warren Gallis connects. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's got a lane up past the 30. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. First down now, ball at the 33. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Toss play. This is Walker. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track him down for a loss on the outside.
Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they're trying to will it further, but it just doesn't have the muster. This one falls short. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Patriots running their offense out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed over the middle. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. May not have throw on 3rd. He has the first over the middle, and he's taken down at the 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First down, New England.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Short pass brought in, and he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots get some late points and the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked. Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Now, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Shaheed now to return. He's stopped on the run back to the 27. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. Normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Flushed out of the pocket. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And the direct snap goes to the up man. He's going to go for it. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
I love the aggressiveness of that call. Be aggressive. B-E aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E and the special teams on it.
Now here he goes. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So that is 2 quarters in the books here at Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Well, while we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Walker on first down. Spinning into the clear. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
This is Walker on second. He's got room to roam. It's inside the 10. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this season.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks jump in front now by 5. Now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Here's made in the air. Finds him over the middle. And he's done a decent gain before being brought down. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
They put a receiver in motion right. They give now to Henderson. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Made now, third and 2. Completed to his running back. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
a gain of 4 yards. First down, Patriots.
May now from the gun. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
May trying again here on second. Finds a man right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The Patriot first down.
They send the tight end in motion. Henderson on 1st and 10. He's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right out and go make a point.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down by Rick Woolen.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick. Let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a walker run. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Running with Walker again. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's the Seahawks in front as they sense a second title is within their reach. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
We got that.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And a standout special teams play kept these guys from getting 3 out of that last drive. Probably not looking to leave anything to chance this time around. Take this one in for 6.
And the best way to keep a field goal from getting blocked is not to even put the field goal unit on the field. The extra point unit, that's what they're aiming for.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. 1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion left. May off the play fake. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. Made a throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Toss right side. Here's Walker. Fights his way through a tackle. And stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
Well, I can't really put any words to the inexplicable. I'm not sure what we just saw, but I guarantee you this, his teammates screaming at him to get down.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long.
We go side.
Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And we've seen this before. It's a fake. And no success on the fake punch. That's way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. On the gun, it's May. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to the air. It's May. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. Hits his running back. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots trailing by 5. This might just be the play an incredible Super Bowl is remembered for. Here's 4th down. Running for it, it's Henderson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Sticking with Henderson. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. The Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
They look to throw it.
At the Seahawks 22-yard line.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Hunter.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
6 yards on the play.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
This might just be the play an incredible Super Bowl is remembered for. Here's 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Now he'll try a deep shot to the other side of the field.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate. Buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
You're going to pass it here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's trying to go deep again. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to try another deep one here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And here we go. It's another fake. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
The New England offense running out now. And we'll see what their strategy is to reach the end zone, Brock, because a field goal and is useless in these final moments.
Here
he is to throw. He brings it in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down. Big moment here for Andres Borregales. He's been blocked twice. Does not want the strikeout here. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicker team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
So 1st down from the 41. Now an inside give to Walker. And he gets the Seahawks 1st down, Brock, and that should finish off this win for him. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
We're going to stop.
Walker now from the gun. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. We've got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. And in their 1st appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a 2nd time. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end. Really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, There's every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle tested. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe tonight, everybody. Good night from Santa Clara.